What's up, guys? It's been a long time since I made a video. Just got back from the gym on a Saturday morning, and as you can see for the title of the video, I'm going to be talking about why men should not go back to women's houses on the first date. And I'm going to give you a horror story. This is from my own life, just like usual. You know, all my videos on my channel are from, I hope my phone doesn't fall, are from my own life. Well, most of them are from my own life. I don't do a lot of reactions, and I'm going to give you some reasons why you should not just be so eager to go back to a woman's house on the first day. I know we get horny. We want to sleep with the woman. You could be on a drought, or you could have just come out of monk mode. Like I just came out of monk mode. I spent most of the year not sleeping with women on purpose. I've been taking them on dates and not calling them back, just using them for social experience, just to get them to go places and do things with me. But I have not been sleeping with women on purpose. I have been abstaining from masturbation. I have not watched any adult entertainment in a while. And so I guess they call that monk mode, or whatever you want to call it. It's just something that I've done because it was just feeling right for me. But we know most men, like myself, we are animals. We're going to have that need, that want. We're going to want to smash women. There's no way around it. Sorry. You're catching me during my post-workout meal, which is Chick-fil-A. If you want to know what I got, because you see I'm staying lean. I got the gains. You can't see them that well with the angle. I don't want to move my phone. And guys, I know you're going to think this is nasty, but this is what you got to do to stay lean. We got unsweet tea. Unsweet tea. And I did ask for 1 to 2 sugar packets, but they didn't give it to me because I'm basically trying to keep the carbs down. I had the 8-count grilled nuggets. Those are gone. No sauce. And then we got the grilled wrap, the grilled chicken Caesar wrap that they have at Chick-fil-A, but no sauce. No sauces at all, no dressing, so I'm eating it just as it is, dry, whatever. That's about 68 grams of protein. And I believe 29 grams of carbs, 13 grams fat. Anyway, guys, if you're still here, why you should not be so eager. There was a comment on my last video that's getting a lot of views now, is the one where I was explaining how I was a foodie call because I don't always have success stories. A guy comments, and I'm going to post his comment up here. He says, wow, you're actually getting women to invite you back to the house. Getting invited back to the house is fun. I get it. It is great. I've done this many a times. I hear the horror stories online. I see video titles of stuff where guys are not getting dates with women from dating apps. They're not getting to sleep with women they take on dates. I am, and it's not all the time, but I am. So that's why I share some of my stories. And I don't like to be all doom and gloom, but this is a lesson the younger men can learn from me. I might not look like it, but like I said, I'm 35. Most of my videos are lessons that you could learn from me, or even my sons. I have sons that could learn from me when they grow up. This girl, she invites me over to Tinder. She invites me over. I met her on Tinder. She was mid, but good mid. She was about a good 7. I met her on there, and within 4 to 5 text messages, I'm going to post these messages up here. Within 4 to 5 text messages, she invites me over to her house. And as you can see, I start the conversation off by joking. I usually come off very aggressive on dating apps. I have an aggressive approach where my goal is to tell the woman to do something. I asked, or not really ask, I always start with a strong statement or observation. And as you see here, I told her that I need her to sing for me. That's a whole nother video too. I can show you the openers that I use on women, and surprisingly, they respond back. I will message women and tell them to dye their hair purple for me on the first message, and they will respond back. Because no other guy is going to be doing that. So it's interesting to them. Anyway, you look at these text messages, you see I'm joking with her. I tell her to sing for me, and see me trying to be the good guy. Occasionally I meet girls. This happened multiple times. I have tried to take some girls on dates, and they invite me over instead of wanting to go out, wanting to go on a date. And that's what really happened on this. I'm trying to lead to us getting out the house or to meet up. So I say, well, let's go. I told her to find us a good spot to do karaoke. And you saw her response. She basically said, F the karaoke, come over to my place. Just like that. Guys, we know this is a red flag. What woman does this? What woman is going to say this? I know for a fact I'm not that attractive to her or to most women, but you never know. Every now and then you meet a woman that you just fit their type they like. I know that I didn't do nothing special. I know that whatever's going on, she just wants me to come over. Now, you have to think about this. Could this be a setup? It could. I always think about that. Every situation with women, I do consider it. I still make mistakes like in this story I'm telling you. I decide to play along, as you can see with the messages, and I said, okay, well, yeah, hook me up with a massage. I'm going to come to your place. Red flag. Why would I do this, guys? This is dangerous. This is dangerous. So I tell her to send the address. I messed up a little bit on my game. You can see she thought I was getting a little weird because I didn't really get her friend's reference, and she didn't get my reference that came after that. So I dialed it back in, started talking less, shortened my sentences, and said, send the address. You got to give them instructions. That's how you know if they follow your instructions and you're being direct, they somewhat like you. All right. So this is what I do with all women, to test them, to test and see how much they like me, because a woman that doesn't like you won't put up with you telling her what to do. They're going to fight back. Women that like you just kind of just fall in line. That's why I don't have a problem with, oh, there's no submissive women out here. Yes, they are. Guys don't even know how to lead and tell women what to do in order to see the submissive side. I'm literally testing for submissiveness from the moment I meet them. Like you can see on this message, I'm literally testing for submissiveness because I'm not going to do anything long-term for this woman if she doesn't pass the submissiveness test that I'm giving her constantly. I'm hitting her with that all the time to pressure her to see where is she at emotionally with me. So I go over to this woman's house. I always want to do a video call with something like this because yep, told you that camera's gonna fall. Hopefully it snapped back in. Like I said, I always want to do a video call with something like this because at least I want to make sure it's not a catfish or it's actually a woman. So we didn't do video, so that was the only direction she didn't follow. I told her to call me on video. We ended up speaking over the phone. I could tell that she was actually a white girl. She had the white girl nasally voice. So that made me feel a little bit more at ease. I followed her address. It was only 10 minutes from my place, because now what I do on dating apps, I will miss a bunch of women on the dating apps because I literally put the people that are less than 10 miles away from me because I'm not driving far. And it makes for quick meetups. I get there. While I'm pulling up, I say, who else lives here? She says her friend and her soon-to-be ex-husband live there. And I'm like, dang, I should have asked more questions. The reason I didn't ask more questions is because I knew if I started asking questions before I got there, it would knock us out of the moment of getting everything set up. So I knew that, but also this is dangerous. I showed up to some random person's house that is not her house. I don't know if the other people know I'm coming. So I pull into the driveway Of course, it's dark. It's like 10 o'clock at night. And I tell her to stand on the porch because I need some reassurance. So I'm telling her, giving her more instruction. I say, stand on the porch so I can see you. I pull up. She's there. She's got dogs in the backyard. They're barking at me. It's like 5 dogs. And I'm like, now it's causing commotion that I'm pulling up to this random house at night. I'm like, let me hurry and get inside. I had my book bag with me that had my supplies and my protection. I left it in the car because I didn't want to seem like I came too prepared for anything. Although you see in the text messages, she said that she was going to give me a massage. So I did bring some body oil just in case. We go inside. The guy that lives there is calming down the dogs in the backyard. I don't say anything to him. He doesn't really see me. We walk to the back of her house, to her room. She comes to the room. She calls her dog in. The lights are completely off in her room. She did not turn them on when I came in. She just left them off. She had on a Naruto shirt with nothing else underneath. She has a Naruto shirt on, and she has some shorts on under the Naruto shirt, but I can't see it. And she has no underwear on. We go straight in her room. Like I said, she locks the door. She jumps straight into bed. Since I've been in this situation multiple times, I knew you don't talk a lot. Don't talk a lot around women. So we said nothing once we got in the room. She jumped into bed. I saw she had her night stuff on. I took my clothes off, like my shirt. I take my shirt off. And usually I usually do shirt and boxers when they do stuff like this. So that way we can get comfy. And then they kind of have access to me. I know I already have access to them. Jump into bed with her. And we're laying down. And immediately I start cuddling with her. Like I put my arm around her, get comfortable. She's getting close to me. No talking. And she turns on the music. She's got an iPad. She turns on the music. It's hooked up to some Bluetooth speakers. And we just start snuggling up a little bit closer to each other. My arms behind her head, at the top of the bed. And then from there, she starts telling me about her life. This is when I realized how much of a mistake this was. I get there. This girl starts telling me that, one, her last boyfriend is dead. 2, she says, do you want to see where I split my head open and I had a bunch of stitches and went to the hospital? And I'm like, what? And I say, yeah, show me. Because I'm already there. I know I'm probably going to smash. So I just went along with it. She shows me the photos and her head was split open so bad. She was in the hospital. It was nasty. She had the pictures in her phone of like all the blood rushing down the back of her head, all the blood stains in her hair. She showed me multiple photos and she was telling me about the experience where she said she was trying to carry a TV. She fell and those stitches were a result of her falling while carrying a TV. I knew this wasn't the case, but I played along because I didn't care. I didn't care about the story. However, the ex-boyfriend and the stitches seemed like they were linked if you put 2 and 2 together. Because eventually she tells me she just got out of a domestic violence situation, so she's living here temporarily. Now I said, it does seem like you're running from something. And she said, yeah, I got a lot going on. This is about the 3rd time I moved this year. And now I realize that I'm in the bed with some crazy chick. Like we're in the bed already, snuggled up. I'm at the house that I don't know whose house it is. And the thing that we guys do is we sit there and we wait because we know we're going to smash. We think we're going to smash all this stuff. That's what gets us in trouble, guys. This is what you learn from. Don't put yourself in these situations. Next, she tells me that the last place she had to move from was because her landlord tried to sleep with her. She said he was cool at first. We used to play games together like COD and other stuff. He was a really good friend, but he was 60 years old and I'm 30. Because I'm 35. I usually go for women younger than me. I really don't like to date older. I've done it. but almost every girl I date is going to be below my age or in their 20s for sure. And so I said, well, 60-year-olds love 30-year-old men. I mean, 30-year-old women. So that makes sense. And now I realize there's a bunch going on with this girl. But the cool thing is she was attractive. Like when I saw her in person, I said she looks better than her pictures. She was tatted up all on there, like her lower body, like her legs, everything had pretty feet. And I start foreplaying with her now. After all these stories come out, I just proceed to do my job. Foreplay, feel on her. She does kiss me, but it doesn't last. Like we stop, and I was like, oh good, because I didn't expect that. Anyway, she whispers in my ear that she wants to sleep with me, but she said it the dirty way. I want you to F me, basically. She said that, and she said, but we cannot do it unless you have protection. Of course I had protection. And then I said, okay. And she said, oh, don't tell me you didn't bring it. She said, because we cannot do this if you don't have protection, but I really want you to. I was like, oh, we're good. We're good. I got it. And she was just like, okay, just letting you know. All right. So we continue to foreplay. And then eventually I get my stuff out and put it on. Then we get into it. She was definitely one of the most flexible I've ever had. Within 30 seconds of getting into this, her feet was like the yoga poses where her feet were literally behind her ears. And I did not encounter many women like that. So I took advantage of that. I pushed her legs back more just to, see how flexible she is. And she allowed it. And we had a good time, so to speak. Like put her in some different positions, stretched her back, and then she started saying stuff was hurting a little bit, so we had to stop. But it lasted for a good 20 minutes. To be honest, I wasn't that turned on after all the stories she told me, but I was there. I was strong enough to do my job, if you get what I'm saying. I was strong enough to just do my job. It was literally like I was just suiting up and doing a job. It wasn't, and she was an attractive girl. Like if other people saw her and got the opportunity to sleep with her, they probably would like it. But something about it, I just was not into it. I was just thinking about how dangerous this situation could be, being in this house with this woman. And then I found out a little bit more how crazy she actually is. After we're done, we talked for a little bit because I want to do a little bit of aftercare just in case they need it or want it. I could sense that this girl didn't want aftercare because before we even got into our duty, before we got to it, she literally asked me what my name is again while I'm already laying down and feeling on her. During the foreplay session, she says, well, what's your name again? And I thought she was joking. I said, it's whatever you have it saved as in your phone. She said I didn't. I was speechless, but I played it cool. I was like, what the hell? Who is this girl that doesn't? I was like, I just talked to you on the phone, so there's no way she didn't save it. Anyway, we eventually get our names out the way, but that also tipped me off to, I'm just here to do a job, because I'm starting to add up all these little things. When I first got there, she said, are you blocking anybody? I said, no. She said, it's okay. You won't be here long. So to end this all, she called me over to literally just smash her. That was it. She didn't want anything else. She didn't really care what my name was. This is the reason why she had to make sure I had protection. And my way of summarizing why this happened, why she was doing this, is whatever situation she had with that ex-boyfriend that was toxic and dangerous and domestic violence, and he ends up dead. I'm thinking that she might have been so traumatized and so connected to that guy. She probably had not slept with anyone in a long time. And now she was so horny that she was literally ready to just go on Tinder and smash the first or whatever guy she decided she wanted to. She just picked the guy out of a bunch of few and said, whoever comes here is going to sleep with me because I haven't had it in a long time. And I know you could come up with many different reasons why you think that she did all this, but I'm going to tell you why I said that, because I was there with her. When I was, doing my work with her while I was handling business, she seemed experienced, but also just seemed like she hadn't done it in a while. It just seemed like she wasn't like, she just wanted some. That's all I can explain it like. That's all I can explain. It didn't seem like she just was like thirsty for it. And this is not a situation you hear of often. But that's what I think happened. Most women that I've gotten, especially from dating apps, but most in real life, we don't understand this. Most women that you're getting are women that are just bouncing from another dude. They're literally just trying to leave another dude. They're trying to get over another dude. They're in between a guy. Every time you get a new woman, she's basically in the middle of you two, or she's trying to move on from him or something, or even sometimes she just wants to sleep with someone else in between her relationship. You're never really getting the girl fresh. All right. Anyway, last thing. This is what scared me. She was a white girl, and she was like, she was an art teacher. She said, I'm educated. I teach children or something like that. And she had tats all over her. Real pretty girl too. And so I knew she was trying to keep her identity safe, because she's a teacher. You can't be out in the public. Anyway, I'm leaving, and she says, show me the condom. I said, I got it. And I pick up the wrapper and all this stuff. I pick up my extra condoms. I say, look, I got all this stuff. She says, no, show me the condom you just used. I said, why? I just told you I got it. She was like, where is it? I was like, it's in my pocket. She was like, show me. The lights are still completely off. So I'm wondering, why is she panicking over this? And then she says, did you even use one? And I'm thinking, you dumb B. You saw me put on the condom because I was literally towering over you while putting it on. What are you talking about? So she starts raising her voice and panicking a little bit, like, show me right now or I'm gonna scream. Now think about this, guys. I'm in her house, not her house. A white girl's threatening a black man. She's gonna scream. Think of what that leads to. Scary, right? And so she says, if you don't show me right now, I'm gonna fucking scream. I promise you, I'm gonna fucking scream. I was like, I cannot believe this. Usually I just keep my cool and don't really listen to what women say in situations like this. But I knew I had to, because it was going to put me in a really bad position if I didn't. So I took it out of my pocket. I said, look, it's right here. You're wilding right now. She said, no, I'm not wilding. I just need to know you cannot leave anything in here. I cannot have a random condom or anything laying around in here. And that's when I realized I probably am not supposed to be here. That's what she's saying. I wasn't supposed to be there, because even once I got there, she needed us to be quiet the whole time. Like when we were doing it, it was like you were sleeping with someone like you were back in high school or college, where you got a roommate. Because every time she was going to make noise or the bed started squeaking, she said, shh, you gotta stop, you can't make so much noise. And I'm like, okay. I'm like, all right, because there's nothing but adults in this house. And I thought they knew what you were doing. But apparently there's something secretive going on. She just needed to get this in and out very quick and quiet. And she didn't want to make no noise. There were points when I had her in certain positions. She was covering up her mouth. And she'd tell me I have to stop because she's going to make too much noise in that position multiple times. Or times when the bed would start to squeak, I would have to stop. Very weird interaction. Felt dangerous. I'm not gonna lie, I was on alert the whole time. It was like I was like on a job site, but I wasn't comfortable with the job site that I was on. So I didn't even release, guys. So I'm still technically on monk mode, or what you call semen retention. I don't know the last time that I released. And even after being with her, and I was inside her for like 15 minutes, 20 minutes, still nothing, man. I wasn't really there. So anyway, I left, and look, when she says the part, I show her the condom, she's laying in the bed, like we're done. She's in the bed. She's not walking me back to my car, nothing. It was straight business. So she's in the bed. We didn't say bye or anything. I showed her the condom. I'm at the door because I'm ready to leave. I'm trying to get out of there now that I showed her, and she said she was going to scream. She's laying down. She pulls the cover up, which also was a red flag. I'm like, so you're not going to wipe off or nothing? You just put the shorts back on with no underwear underneath right after I just got out of you? Like, it was crazy. I've never seen a woman do that. It's crazy, guys. So you see all this stuff, like, it sounds like one night stands, things like that. Sounds like it could be exciting, but you don't realize you could potentially be putting yourself in a bad position. I've had many of these situations. I just haven't told those stories yet, and most of them felt dangerous, to be honest with you. And why do I repeat them? I mean, you guys, just be honest with you. Every now and then, because I do the mug mode, semen retention, every now and then I'm going to get hungry like an animal, like a werewolf that has not eaten in 30 days, like a bear, a grizzly bear. I don't eat often, but when I do, I eat a lot. And then I hibernate, and then I eat a lot. And that's not literally, you get what I'm saying. I'm like a grizzly bear. And so every now and then I slip up sometimes because of my animalistic nature. So that's why I like to compare myself to animals, because, man, we are. This is the only reason we want women, and the only reason women want us. So I leave, I'm speeding, I'm really speed walking out the house, and I go past the kitchen where the guy was still in there, and I see his face. So I'm trying to say hi because I want maybe just a little courtesy. It's a white man. He looks back at me, does not say anything. I don't know if I shocked him or whatever, because I walked by and he didn't expect it. He did not have a friendly look on his face. He did not say nothing. That scared me more. I literally was like, when you're not running, you're running in your mind, in your head, your heart. But I was like rushing to the car. I'll say, like a scary movie. I'm trying to get I have keyless, but I'm trying to hurry up and start the car, back out as quick as I can. I don't care about the headlights or nothing. That's how I felt, guys. I was like, I got to get out of here. I'm never coming back to this house again. I don't care if she want to smash, blah, blah, blah. And guys, this is when I'm not even telling you the whole story. I know this is one of my longest videos to date, but this is really one of my most important ones. I don't even have to point out all the different lessons and red flags you can learn from why it is dangerous to sleep with women on the first date, or why it is dangerous to look forward to one night stands so often with women. I have had good one night stands too. I have had amazing one night stands, and I'm not saying I've had hundreds or nothing like that. I'm just saying I've had good and I have bad experience, which all men have that. So whenever you're looking at my videos or anybody else's videos, you're sometimes hearing good stories. Understand that, guys, we all have good and bad stories no matter what we look like. Believe it or not, a lot of guys comment on my videos that are new here. They think I don't get any women because I got a gap in my teeth, or because I wear glasses. And they don't know that women love my body, because they're not going to meet many guys that when they get into bed, they can touch their abs and all this stuff. It's just a lot going on where guys don't understand what women actually like. So that's the funny thing. I get tons of comments. If you ever go back and read some of my comments, there's guys that are slaughtering me in the comments. They think that for some reason I just don't get any women. But it's funny. Anyway, guys, long video. Comment down below your experiences, or if you have more questions about this. I really have a few more stories like this. Not a lot, but I have a few more of good and bad one night stands. But most of them are just bad, like not safe experiences.